Well then, so Palworld just overtook Counter Strike as the most played game on Steam. That's that's a pretty big achievement, not gonna lie. And up to a point, I get it. I get why that happened. Like, having played the game, I can understand why so many people were drawn to it. Like, understandably, the the very ripped art from Pokemon, I'm pretty sure is what captivated a lot of people initially. But after a while of playing it, I kind of like understood why people like grew to like this game so much. Like, the game is, I guess, pretty good. The best way I could put it. Like, the power mechanics are nice. They have helped with the combat in a very interesting way. Because you can switch in and out pals on the fly as you are fighting whatever it is you're fighting at the moment, and you can like time attacks and like coordinate some actions so that you can mitigate as well as deal a lot of damage in like short amount of time. So there's like a lot of there can be like a lot of nuance to the combat, but it takes a while to figure out. The other aspect about the game that is also pretty enjoyable is the base crafting. Like, it's a game that has the base building component that is very solid in the sense that the pals kind of like help round out your base because the pals actually automate a lot of the base components that you would normally have to do manually in other survival games. Like, food is automated by certain pals that can do harvesting, gathering, and such, and other, and transportation. Material gathering is also automated by other pals, and they can go from resource point to storage and then continue doing other things around the base. So you can invest a lot of time in making and optimizing your base, and then you don't have to worry about uh, so much about resource gathering when you go exploring, since a lot of what you would gather normally is can be done from the base and you don't even have to be there. So that's like a big plus in the base management department. And that actually, like, I think it improves the sense of exploration in the game, since there's not much concern in what you have in gathering as you explore, so you can basically just go far and wide and capture as many pals as you can before you can return to your base and then find out, like, oh look, I got so much stuff that I can craft now because of the automation that took place on the base. So like the entire package, like, it works, and it makes for a very entertaining gameplay loop, which, it's what makes or breaks games nowadays. So understandably so, Palworld going through the motions of like overtaking so many games on Steam, like, it makes sense. Now then, on to the big old blemish of this game, which is that it turns out that some pals are actually Frankenstein creations of using other Pokemon bits and pieces, with some pals actually being outright ripoffs from other Pokemons. Unfortunately, it has become the center of all the discourse that surrounded this game in on social media. And while it aided in actually magnifying the reach of this game, it also like put this game in a very negative light, seeing as it's a game that launched with a bunch of assets that with assets and models that are very likely being used without permission. Now, flip side is that this being an early access title, this is a very fixable problem. Downside of this flip side is that Pocket Pair has, for the most part, all of the releases are still on early access, even their oldest ones. So, how much incentive they actually have to fix the models is a wait and see scenario, which is big bummer. But if this game is actually like very problematic for any of you, then there are lots of alternatives to this game. Like if you are looking for games that are more into the monster tamer genre, then Tentem is a good option. Like it's a Pokemon Online MMO that like you can check that one out. There's also Cassette Beast, which is an interesting spin on the concept, which is basically you become the beast that you capture, and you can even do a little fusion ha thing going on and actually create new monsters. If you're actually looking to dive into the survival and the base crafting and whatnot, you can look into Subnautica. Those are jolly good times. I've actually played those and they're pretty fun. Uh, the other the recently released on early access game Enshrouded is also shaping out to be like a good old time. Like the reviews on that game are looking pretty good. So I haven't tried it myself, but you're most welcome to try it as an alternative to this game. So yeah, like that's all I got on my thoughts on this game. So hopefully, well, it sucks that it's a wait and see. Like there's not much we can do about it. So like sounding repetitive, we have to wait and see and hopefully and hope that this game like shapes up to be like to improve and to be better and to actually like just be the banger of a game that a bunch of people think it is, like the numbers at the release think so. And that's all from me for today. Thanks you all for watching. Take care.